You know, this makes me 3-0.
Maybe I'm not trying hard enough.
Anyway, hello everyone and welcome back to another review episode. In this episode, I'm gonna review White Collar. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share the video, and this will be the spoiler warning, so if you haven't seen the show, please do so, but if you're still here, thank you for watching and being a fan. A con artist, Neil Caffrey, makes a deal with Special Agent Peter Burke, who works at the FBI White Collar Division, to solve crime in exchange for a release with an ankle monitor. As Neil works with Peter, the two start to share a true friendship, but as Neil is still a con man, his instinct to con people leads Neil into many troubles along the way. The reason why I like the show. The main reason why I liked the show in the first place was because of the relationship between Neil and Peter. Neil and Peter's bond was very interesting as one was an FBI agent and the other was a con man. Peter's cynicism towards Neil by sharing a brotherhood-like feeling drew me deeper into the show. Top seasons. Number 6, Season 6. Failing to get the immunity deal Neil was promised in the last season, Neil desperately attempts to get his freedom by going undercover in one of the most notable robbery crews in the world, the Pink Panthers. Neil and Peter work together on a final case with the end goal being Neil's freedom. With complication rising with old enemies resurfacing, the series ends with a shocking end that leaves Nate's fate ambiguous. Number 5, Season 1. Neil makes a deal with the FBI once Neil's escape attempt to find Kate fails. As Neil uses his free time to locate Kate with the help of Mozzie, they stumble into a deeper conspiracy with the route leading to the FBI. Peter being suspicious of the secret activities Neil conducts leads the two to an inevitable ending of them working together. Number 4, Season 4. Instead of living in a non-extraditable country after Neil goes on a run, he is forced to return after Peter and a dangerous bounty hunter tracks him down. Once Neil returns, he starts to uncover the real reason why he spent his childhood in the witness protection. With the help of Peter and his friends, they tackle a huge corruption case that happened while Neil's father was a cop. Number 3, Season 2. As Neil recovers from the traumatic explosion leading to Kate's death, he is given another chance to work with the FBI to solve cases. As Neil and Peter investigate the explosion separately, they learn the best way to work is to work together to solve the mystery of the music box. Along the way, new allies and old enemies return to complicate the lives of Peter and Neil. Number 2, Season 5. Neil must make a deal with the Dutchman to get Peter out of jail, which is severe consequence, one of them being the trust between them being tested. Due to the deal Neil makes with the Dutchman, Neil is forced to do the Dutchman's bidding, forcing Neil to lie to Peter. As their relationship is tested, they must find a way to persevere in dealing with a new enemy who has a target on both Neil and Peter's public and private life. Number 1, Season 3. After learning that Mozzie has relocated the missing U-boat treasure before the warehouse explosion, they are all set for their retirement. Surprised by the con Mozzie pulled, Neil is still being attached from his current lifestyle and is having trouble letting go. Meanwhile, Peter becomes even more suspicious of Neil due to the explosion and starts a small and quiet investigation into the explosion that leads to dire consequence. Old and new enemies surfaces trying to claim the U-boat treasure, leading to a twisted ending. Top 10 episodes. Number 10, Burke 7, Season 2, Episode 10. Once Peter and Neil gets a new person of interest in Kate's death, Peter is framed during the investigation. This forces Peter and Neil to go off the book and pull a legally questionable con. In the end, Peter is exonerated of his crimes and learns the identity of who has been pulling the strings from the beginning. Number 9, Most Wanted, Season 4, Episode 2. Neil is captured and the island he thought would have been a safe haven is no more. Neil, Peter, and Mozzie must devise an elaborate plan to escape the island without being killed. However, once Peter realizes an FBI wanted fugitive is on the island, he leverages that fugitive to get Neil back to the US with the same deal he had before fleeing. Number 8, Au Revoir, Season 6, Episode 6. The Pink Panther begins their heist with Peter joining the crew at the last minute. Though the crew manages to unlock the safe with billions of dollars worth of cash, Neil, Mozzie, and Keller enact their plan to steal the money for themselves. Once the Pink Panthers are arrested, Keller double-crosses Neil, and Neil and Keller are killed in the crossfire. However, in the end, Peter realizes Neil has been concocting a long con to escape his life from the FBI, revealing he is still alive after all. Number 7, Diamond Exchange, Season 5, Episode 13. Rachel poisons Mozzie, forcing Neil and Peter to be desperate to find the lost Hope Diamond. While Jones and Diana figure out what poisoned Mozzie, Neil and Peter follow the clues Mozzie left to locate the lost Hope Diamond, capturing Rachel in the process. While Peter readies himself to leave for DC, he learns and tells Neil that his immunity decision was rejected. Neil, in his frustration, considers cutting the anklet to escape. However, he is captured by Rachel's accomplice before he can make any decision. Number 6. Shot Through the Heart, Season 5, Episode 11. Neil and Peter witnesses a disturbing sight as they realize that Rebecca might not be the person she claims to be. Neil and Peter carefully navigate the huge reveal to find the true identity of Rebecca and their true intention towards their close ones. Luckily, Neil manages to con and capture Rebecca. However, from prison, she calls Neil claiming things aren't over. Number 5. At What Price? Season 5, Episode 1. With Peter locked up, Neil desperately searches for his father to get the confession he requires to free Peter. However, time is off their side, which leads Neil to make a heavy deal with the Dutchman to give Peter his freedom. Though grateful, Peter becomes suspicious of Neil as Neil is forced to keep the biggest secret so far. Number 4. Payback, Season 2, Episode 14. Vincent Keller returns with a huge vengeance, kidnapping Peter from prison with a ransom. Though Neil is willing to pay Keller, Hughes takes Neil off the case, which leads Neil to make some bad decisions. In the end, Neil helps Peter escape, but Keller escapes as well, calling this game a draw. Number 3. Judgment Day, Season 3, Episode 16. Neil's commutation hearing has come, but Kramer, for his selfish gains, digs deep into Neil's records, trying to find something criminal that could keep Neil from ever leaving the strings of the FBI. Neil makes a dastardly decision to leave his radius to ensure his freedom. In the end, Kramer crosses the line to get to Neil, forcing Peter to warn Neil to leave the country and become a fugitive. Number 4. Payback, Season 2, Episode 14. Vincent Keller returns with a huge vengeance, kidnapping Peter from prison with a ransom. Though Neil is willing to pay Keller, Hughes takes Neil off the case, which leads Neil to make some bad decisions. In the end, Neil helps Peter escape, but Keller escapes as well, calling this game a draw. Honorable Mentions: Pilot, Season 1, Episode 1. Out of the Box, Season 1, Episode 14. Dentist of Detroit, Season 3, Episode 4. Countdown, Season 3, Episode 10. Wanted, Season 4, Episode 1. Family Business, Season 4, Episode 11. No Good Deed, Season 5, Episode 9. Live Feed, Season 5, Episode 10. Borrowed Time, Season 6, Episode 1. Number 1. Under the Radar, Season 2, Episode 16. Vincent Adler captures Neil, Peter, and Alex to open the lost treasure inside a Nazi U-boat. While the rest of the team tries to locate the three, Neil and Peter are successful in opening the U-boat. However, they are unsuccessful in stopping Adler from removing the treasures. Once they escape, Peter orders Neil and Sarah over for an awkward dinner, which sparks something between them. Though Neil and Peter locate the lost treasures and Adler, the building holding the treasures blows up with all the treasures inside. In the end, Neil learns that the treasure was not destroyed and that Neil was in the presence of fortune. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video to others. Please turn on the annotation bell, as I will see you soon for another review episode.